Hello everyone, welcome back to Alice. Madness returns. We're here in the deluded depths, and we need to go and find... Yeah, alright, I'm getting to the action. We need to go and find the... Carpenter, I believe. Let's leave this misery and go to Carpenter's Theatrical. It won't be ready, of course. You'll need to run an errand or 2 or 3, but it's for a good cause. Carpenter promises what we don't take seriously can't harm us, Mock Turtle said. So... That looks ominous. Oh, that's the figurehead of the ship, right, that crashed. Cool. So this is a very cool looking place, as you can see. The sort of village made out of wrecked ships down there. Wrecked ships on top of the spikes, the spires. Lighthouse. It's got a very nice, gloomy, spooky, but yet colourful take on the classic kind of... You know, the sort of piratey theme, the nautical theme, and the sort of general under the sea kind of stuff. I feel like there's going to be a snout round here. I don't know why, I just have that feeling. And when you get that feeling, it's like sexual healing. You know what I mean? But we'll see. The electric jellyfish. Okay. The electric jellyfish that move around are just a hazard. A jumping hazard. Platforming hazard. Boom. The water jets work, as you can imagine, the same as the jets of air do. Is that... Oh, sorry. I'm just wondering what the little logo is on the... It looks like the thing that points to where an enemy is. Just up and to the left of Alice's head. Doesn't matter. Yeah, it was that. Okay. Come, come. Little strange burrowing fish man. These look kind of like a cross between anglerfish, which of course they are, and like deep ones from H.P. Lovecraft's The Shadow over Innsmouth. And I like that. What's down there? A snout. Let's try jumping down here. That's clearly going to shut. Yeah. Can I kill the eye? No. So where's this snout at? Not going to be too thorough, as I haven't been being thorough for the rest of the playthrough so far. With, you know, searching for collectibles and that kind of thing. More fun just to get through the... Oh, crap. Get through the story until you fall off a bottomless pit and die. Let's give that another try. I mean, I may as well get this one now that I've attempted it once. And it may actually turn out to be the way we're supposed to be going, so... Won't be totally in vain. It's actually pretty difficult to judge the distance of these jets from this particular angle. There we go. Don't really care about that tooth. So they're the same. They're the equivalent of like the baskets in Chapter 1 that contain the teeth. Where's this snout at? Oh, I don't really care. Let's just move on. Ah, so this is the next door. The door into, like, the dark recesses of Alice's memories. If you remember, there was one of these in Chapter 1. She goes through and, like, remembers a different part of the fire which killed her family and sent her insane.
I was the last one in the library the night of the fire. The log I added to the grate was dead when I went upstairs to bed with Dinah. If it wasn't, I may be responsible for my family's deaths.
There's another key. a key to unlocking what has, you know, driven her into this mentally unstable state. It's quite a nice sort of mechanic for storytelling. It's because you come out of each of the doors in a different place, so you sort of have to go through them, but it just works well to kind of spoon feed you the story piece by piece. And also to... oh god. Oh yeah, I forgot about these guys. How do you deal with these? Can you pepper them? Yeah. You do something to them and then they become visible and you can attack them properly. I don't remember how you do it. Oh yeah, you shoot the bombs, I remember. And I'm not doing it very well, am I? There you go. Then they become visible and you can slap them around a bit. So it's just like a slightly more complex version of the iPod. I mean, they're definitely the iPod equivalent. These undead sailors. Pretty cool enemy. Hopefully I'll do a bit better on the next one. Pressure plate opens one of these pepper gauge things. Alright. These platforms sort of remind me a bit of sea mines, I guess. The fact that they kind of float on a chain. Restore our HP here. At the violet always implies there's something hidden nearby. In this case, it appears to be some hidden platforms and a snout. So, we will go and investigate that. And we're not far off being able to upgrade the Vorpal blade again. I see it. Okay, that was pretty tricky. Where's the snout? Maybe it's over here. You have to look for the very, very faint traces of chalk floating in the air like that when the platforms are not visible. Because of course you can't make them visible when you're jumping through the air, so... So we've come down to the little village place here, which I remember having quite a few of these hidden hopscotch platforms. Still not seeing this snout anywhere, but it doesn't matter too much really. We've probably already gone past it. It was probably near where the chalk was on the wall indicating it. And where exactly am I supposed to go from here? Or was that it? This is quite strange. It doesn't feel like this should be a dead end, but then again, I can't jump up there, so I guess it must be one. Maybe it was just to get some bonus teeth. Which is fine, I'm not complaining. How many do we actually need? 730. Didn't we need, what was it, 795? 800, yes, so we're not far off. Should be able to get it fairly soon. Basket. By which it means like a treasure chest, right? How strange and peculiar. Okay. That's where we came from. We came round here. What? Where do we go next? Peculiar. Was it that way? I'm going to go back and check the other way. Assuming that we can get back this way. If we can't, then that would make sense. But it looks like we can, which makes no sense. So... we'll go for this, and then try going the other way. Oh, we didn't go up there yet. That's probably the way, I imagine. It says there's a keyhole around there, which is usually just indicative of a secret, but never mind. We're exploring. It's fun. Fun to explore. Yeah, this is an autosave, so this is definitely the right way. That was just some sort of side area. Fucking leeches. Got any leeches for this? That looked distinctly like it was going to be a secret. Always just good practice to be using the shrinking violet whenever you are exploring. Bottle. Gold teeth. Gold teeth. Gold teeth. And no leeches. That was tremendous. And we're nearly there. 777. So... so only like 23 more teeth required and we can upgrade again. I think... How much is it to get the hobby horse the first time? 500. We'll stick with the Vorpal blade for now, I think. Here we are at the town of Barrel Bottom, which is like the little settlement of this area, equivalent to like the village of the Doomed in Alice 1.
What lies beneath this patina of civility? Something wicked, I'll wager.
I am inclined to agree, my feline friend. This fish gentleman with his little top hat and cane. I like him. Hello. I don't recall... I think there was just not much going on here, but... Oh, there's a fish lady with a fan. Ah, great stuff. I like it. That looks weird. Well, yeah, this is just one of those little atmospheric set dressing sort of pieces, which is... I mean, it's just very, very beautiful, isn't it? Look how great this all looks. That is the carpenter, who appears to be some sort of head of this place or something. Some sort of celebrity here. That's obviously where we should be going. And the Drury Lane Theatre is this way, where we can meet him. The Drury Lane, of course, is, if you hadn't already worked it out, a parody of Drury Lane Theatre in London, which is one of the most famous theatres of that place. And again, it was like the sort of Madame Tussauds parody in the beginning of the game, that kind of thing. Where are you at? Come on, get your bombs out. Ow. Ow. Why can't I shoot at the bombs? Man, I'm getting maimed. Will you just blow up? There we go. I think I was just targeting like the wrong part of him or something. But that went very badly. And I think he might even still be alive. Alright, well that sucks. At least there's some booty. This appears to just be like a little area underneath. Oh, there's a memory.
Most theatricals and gaffs are unsuitable for young persons. Punch and Judy dust-ups are no more than vulgar domestic arguments.
I actually 100% agree with that. Punch and Judy, again, if you don't know what that is like a, I guess 18th century puppet show for children, which is occasionally still performed in the UK. Sometimes you go to like say a historical property, like a museum type of thing, which of course I do a lot of because I'm a history nerd, you sometimes see these things performed, and it's like a guy inside a little phone booth sized thing holding up like glove puppets, like hand puppets, over the top of a little shelf, and he performs like a little miniature puppet show. But Punch is like, Mr. Punch is this incredibly ugly alcoholic man who basically is, the whole point of it is supposed to be that it's like a comedy based in kind of like family dysfunction, but because it's done to such an old standard, it's basically the most horrific kind of domestic violence and like domestic abuse. It's just awful. It's like Mr. Punch is a drunkard who beats his he like drops his baby down the stairs, and then he like his wife beats him with a rolling pin for doing it, and you know, all this kind of gear. And it's just like it's got violence towards children, violence towards women. It's just by today's standards, it's pretty you know, walking the line, but we can't judge it on that. It's like people sometimes sort of go, oh yeah, these are the flying ruins, drifting ruin, a new type. These ones can be very annoying, especially in mob situations. You wait for the face to poke through the front of the blob, and then you shoot it, and that makes them crash to the ground where they're vulnerable to normal attacks. But yeah, it annoys me, for example, right, how there's a lot of people who kind of boycott H.P. Lovecraft because it has a lot of like racism in it, and I can kind of like, don't get me wrong, I kind of see what they're getting at. Like, racism is never excusable, don't get me wrong. Like, far be it from me to ever condone racism in any form, but there is several like contextual things about it which, like, for if H.P. Lovecraft was A, writing in the 21st century, and B, like, sane in his mind, then they would be deplorable things that he was writing, and boycotting his work would be very you know, understandable. But first of all, he was a paranoid, nervous wreck, sort of loner type of guy who feared everything outside his own like little bubble of delusion. So that's why he feared like immigrants and stuff in America. Again, doesn't make it all right, but makes it, it's not a justification, but it's an explanation, right? They are two very different things. And I really like his sort of writing style, and his style of cosmic horror is amazing to me, and I do really like him as a writer, and the themes that he created, which have been so influential. I wouldn't call myself a fanatical devotee of his, but I do think he's you know, really, really great. A lot of people just refuse to accept that there's anything good about his writing because some of it has fairly racist things in it. And again, I think that's doing him disservice. Obviously, like, again, I'm not going, it's okay to be racist if you're H.P. Lovecraft because he's like was talented. That's not what I'm saying at all, don't get me wrong. I just think that, you know, it's all about context, isn't it? And the racism in his work, I detest it when I read it. Racism is uncomfortable and unpleasant and incredibly harmful, and I think it's, you know, it should be, it's a sad thing that it exists, but this is
Epidermis was singed to the third layer, and the rest of her skin was as brittle as carp scales.
Nice. You know, this is a guy who was, you know, mentally ill, paranoid, delusional nobody, who was writing in the 1910s, 20s, 30s. So it's a different setup to someone who is racist nowadays, like fucking, you know, like those alt-right people and stuff like that. That makes me sick. It makes me so angry. Like, that people are still that offensively racist in the 21st century. It's like, it's a fucking bore. Like, change the fucking record. Racism has had its day. It's no longer an acceptable. It's no longer acceptable that it exists at all, let alone exists in the 21st century. Anyway, I digress. Let's take this little fella out. If we can. Yeah, so you just have to target the bombs themselves rather than his body. That was what I was doing wrong, it seems. There's a hopscotch there. Not sure where it leads, but... Ah, there's a pressure gauge, apparently. Okay. Let's just grab these chests. Ah, and that pressure plate is probably going to make the gauge appear. Already back up to 147 teeth from that upgrade. So we've already got more than 100 since we upgraded it. And I believe that it is now... Come on, quickly. Okay. I believe that it is now fully upgraded, I think. We'll just check that out. And then we can go and see the carpenter. So let's see. Yeah, that's fully upgraded now. So we can start on another one. The other weapon that we are going to unlock is the teapot, which is like a mortar grenade launcher type of thing. Not particularly useful until it's well upgraded. We may go for... We'll go for one of these two next. I'm not sure which. But I do feel like the hobby horse is more useful in general. Anyway, as you can see, we have very, very rapid combos in red and blue now. Very, very nice. Fully upgraded blade. Going to be our most useful weapon, so it's good to get it upgraded all the way this early in the game. Okay. Make our way over here, I guess. So I think that that violet invisible platform was mainly just to give you a better shot at that pressure gauge, but we were able to get it from a distance, so it's alright. From a distance. Gold teeth. So here we are at the Drury Lane Theatre. Let's go inside. Yeah, I think all that we can do, if I remember correctly, is just activate a cutscene. I don't think there's anything that we can collect in here, but we'll just check it out nonetheless. We can't go in there yet, we can later. So let's just go and see what's going on in this theatre.
Ah, Alice! Delighted to see you again, my dear. Your arrival is filled with fortunatality itself.
Really? I didn't even know...
Never mind. My pregnant show is about to pop. It requires only a medicament of your help velocity.
I don't have much experience, but I do need to reconstruct my...
We can barter. I have a nice screwdriver, nearly new, or a nice hammer if you're
There's a
more
train
interested in-
that's corrupting Wonderland, and I'm looking for help to restrain or destroy it.
Most vexatious, no doubt, will address that monstrosity directly. That's to say, eventually. Now, let's intermediate more important matters. Due to a logisterical foul-up, some of the show's requisites need to be gathered. The munificent script needs fetching. The writer's overly imaginative and exploring several endings. Then you'll need to assemble the show's tune-deft music. And finally, gather our stars! The show's tasteful performers. You should leave now. The essentiality of haste is essential.
It hardly seems you're ready for the show. Why can't you assemble these things yourself?
An impresario has arrangements. Ducks in a row, fish to fry, calls to Newcastle, etc., etc. Fetch the script from the writer, then we can batter or clatter or natter, as the case may be.
Is the writer cantankerous?
To a personage of your distinguished repudiation, I blush at the notionality. He's an octopus, by the by. Lives over that way. Ta-ta.
Okay. There's the walrus with a sort of Tudor ruff. So we need to get the script from the incredibly annoying octopus, and then we need to get the soundtrack from this weird singing fish. Then we need to get the oysters, who are the performers, and of course are also from Alice in Wonderland's original War and the Carpenter's Story, where the oysters were tricked.
You're sufficiently fortified to kick some to boot these creatures' nether regions.
Thank you. They were tricked into being eaten, basically. There's a keyhole and some things here for us to smash. And a leech. Lovely. So, we'll see what's through here. I can't remember if it's like a non-linear area and you can get them in any order or not.
If you spent as much time practicing as you do in Wonderland, you'd be the next Sullivan or Gilbert or one of them.
Gilbert and Sullivan are Victorian composers based in London who wrote series of comedy operas called the Savoy Operas. They were operas written for the Savoy Theatre, the D'Oyly Carte Theatre Company, and they were and are amazingly popular. They actually are some of the longest running and most successful musicals of all time, like The Mikado, The Pirates of Penzance, HMS Pinafore. If you've ever seen that early Simpsons episode, you'll know what that is, when Sideshow Bob sings the entire of HMS Pinafore to Bart, and at Bart's request to avoid being killed, which is hilarious. And he's like, "And he himself has said it, that it's greatly to his credit, that he is an Englishman. He remains an Englishman." These guys work basically the same as the large three-headed ruins. You flip the cannonballs back at them, but the cannonballs move a lot faster than the ruins ones do. Have to bait them into shooting. There we go. And then quickly get over to them. Slash and dash. His cannon is now off, so you have to, I think, how do we do it? I can't remember. Oh yeah, then you can smash the shell with the hobby horse. I think. Is this working? Seems to be. But they are annoying, they take a while to kill. However you're supposed to do it. Ow. Ah, that's how you do it, with a hobby horse combo. Okay. Oh, there's another one. Terrific. Boom, boom. I want you in my room. We'll spend the night together. This is pretty intense. Oh! I unlocked by accident. Right, can we get your cannon off, please? Yes. Get out of the way. Your cannon should now come off too. Thank you. That makes it easier. Not that easy though, as we are they're now very close together. Okay, that's one down. Two down. As you can see, they do become annoying when you have to fight more than one at a time. But still, they're pretty fun enemy to deal with, so that's cool. Appalling aiming skills there. Anyway, as I was saying about Gilbert and Sullivan, I quite like it, I suppose, but there's something about it which is like there's a really good Mike Leigh film called Topsy Turvy about Gilbert and Sullivan, and I really recommend checking that out. Whether you're interested in, like, you know, musical theatre or not, it's a really good film, and it has, who's in it? Jim Broadbent, Timothy Spall, Alan Cordner. All very good selection of actors. Really good, like, sort of funny period drama, amazing cast, like, really good. I recommend it if you're into Victoriana. It's definitely a film you should watch. Other thing is, Alan Cordner, the actor who plays Arthur Sullivan in that film, is the voice of Gehrman, the First Hunter in Bloodborne, which I always thought was pretty cool because he's a great actor. We are now... we've gone through the mouth of a giant shark. This is the fucking octopus. I hate this guy. Like a Scottish octopus. He's a pain in the arse.
Place smells like a ripe distillery with a whiff of halitosis and urine.
It's a scent of unrecognised genius. So piss off.
More empties than a Dublin brewery. The carpenter sent me.
For starters, the carpenter is a pusillanimous, parsimonious, pettifogging moron.
That's as maybe, but he sent me for this script. I need...
Your needs are shite. I need a drink. Who cares? I need those responsible for my abortive career in chains. No joy. I need to know what love is. The world is mum. Just now, I need a dose of hide and seek. Find me thrice, fair maid. Be quick about it, and we can deal.
Actually, I take it back. I do think he's pretty funny.
A lifetime hiding his true writing's an apt occupation for an octopus. He never runs out of ink.
Okay.
Where the ink flows, the octopus goes. Follow the ink.
Yep, so you basically just have to play hide and seek with him to get his script. He is pretty easy. He just hides inside bottles, and he kind of cloaks himself like octopi are actually able to do in real life. But it's not too challenging, really. These things are pretty annoying, though. There's a snout. I see ya. See if we can get him from here. Cheers. Always good. Go and grab that. So these shining bottles like this, you can smash, and all the wine comes out, which is cool. But wow, that was pretty good. Lucrative. But he's hidden in one of them. It's not too difficult to find him. You just have to look at each of the bottles, and eventually you will see him inside. That's a very large jellyfish. There's a violet over there. Let's just grab these other teeth. That's a very narrow walkway. I don't think I can float there from here. Probably get to this one though. That should be alright. Yeah. So he's going to be over here somewhere. Anything hidden? One night only. Toten Tans. Featuring the fabulous Oyster Sisters. Lovely. So yeah, he's in one of these bottles. Won't take long to discover him. We'll just smash them all until he comes out of one, I think. It's probably the best way. The fact that there are so many violets is leading me to suspect that I'm missing secrets, but it doesn't really matter to me that much. Nope. These things don't seem to spawn leeches anyway, so that's fine. We can just break them all down. Shut them all down. Hurry!
Oh, this is too easy.
Right, he's gone in this direction. Let's remember where that is. I can't resist getting hidden teeth, though, so we're going to have to do it. What's that? Oh, it's a bathtub. That's pretty cool. Reminds me a bit of the Void from Dishonored. Just a little floating piece of ground with something on it. 285 already. We're doing pretty well for teeth in this area. And yeah, that's a cool doodle of the octopus. Yeah, I take back what I said about him. I remembered him being annoying, but actually I think he's pretty cool. Not cool, but pretty funny. Yeah, alcoholic, bitter, failed playwright guy. I like it. There's a pressure gauge over that way, which probably will pop up. Yeah. So it wants us to clockwork bomb this thing. Yeah, so we then have to... That's really annoying how it you see what happened there? It fixes the camera while the thing pops up, and the clockwork bomb is ticking away still as it's fixed. So I ran off the screen and then off the edge. That's actually pretty bad design, that. Not acceptable. You see what I mean? I can run around off the edge here while the bomb thing ticks away. Not impressed. Not impressed one bit. Quickly, quickly. Ooh, just in time. And that opens one on the other side. Anything else around here? Nope. Alright. Back this way then, and across here. The hidden platform there, which we'll check out. It's a bottle. Not very exciting. Yep, he's this way. That was some pretty bad jumping skills by me there. You don't actually get anything from doing these, do you? So, not much point. But you can see him inside the bottles, I'm sure of it. So... Oh, you don't even need to hobby horse them. Whichever one he's hiding in, I'm sure you're able to see him inside. Strange that I cannot. Yeah, there he is. See. No wonder he's pissed. Drunk, I mean.
You have me now. You won't have me again.
Okay, nice. More teeth. I'm a bit of a crackhead for the teeth. Can't get enough. Pretty tricky, close jumps over these evil jellyfish things. And we've got another timed puzzle here. Which way do we go to get to that? This way, I think. Yeah. Quickly. Same job again, I think. Just over the other side. Round we go, and we find, yeah, a bouncy jellyfish thing. Ooh, teeth. Give me the teeth. Autosave here. Oh, a memory.
Unpleasantness, remote in time and space, has only as much power as vivid memory offers it.
Bombs out. Oh, but that reminds me. I haven't given any thoughts about the Nintendo Switch yet, but I think it looks pretty good on the whole. I don't see myself buying one until there are far more games for it, just considering how expensive it is, and how Bethesda are actually charging full price, like premium AAA brand new price for an unremastered 30 FPS Skyrim. I mean, that's just such a piss take. It really is. I think that's daylight robbery, that is. And also how Breath of the Wild, which is a game I'm very excited to play, is considerably more expensive, like $20 more expensive on the Switch as it is on the Wii U. Like, that's ridiculous. I'm obviously just going to play it on Wii U at launch because I have a Wii U, but I think that's pretty criminal, that. Shouldn't be doing that. No, no, no. How do I get to that platform? I can't jump to it. Did I do this one? Ah, that's how you do it. So, this way? No, other way. I've actually worked out this pressure plate thing isn't bad design because you just stand on it until it releases the camera like that. Then you put down the bomb. I'm an idiot, sorry. Anyway, what I was going to say about the Switch is that, yes, like Breath of the Wild looks nice. Super Mario Odyssey looks awesome. Like, really glad to see that they're returning to the open form of 3D Mario games like Mario 64 and Mario Sunshine. Mario Sunshine is probably my favourite Mario game, so I really like that. And yes, by the way, in the UK we say Mario, not Mario. I know that probably sounds weird, but I'm not going to say Mario because I'm English. Anyway, yeah, they look awesome. Splatoon 2, I'm pretty happy about that they're doing that, even though it just looks exactly the same. But the game which has me most excited is Super Bomberman R. Now, Super Bomberman and, well, the several Super Bomberman games on the Super Nintendo are some of my most fondly remembered games from my childhood. Still play those games all the time on the Super Nintendo. I really love that first of all, that they've brought back Bomberman. His first game in years. But secondly, that the game is actually developed by Konami. So Konami have actually done something reasonable to redeem their appalling behaviour over the last couple of years. Granted, they're a long way off actually being forgiven for their incredibly awful business-related crimes, but the best way they could have done it for me, apart from, you know, a new proper 2D Castlevania, was Bomberman. And we don't need a new proper 2D Castlevania because we're getting Bloodstained from Iga himself. So if they did decide to make one, it would be without Iga and therefore not as good anyway. But, yeah. I'm really excited. What I've seen about... That was weird. What I've seen about Super Bomberman R, it looks great.
Game. A fair cop. You've won. You're a good sport. And no one died. Join me in the library. Unlike some, I don't Welsh.
But yes, it looks amazingly good fun and looks like the perfect sort of game for the Switch.
The carpenter commissioned a song and dance number on morality. Art and good sense be damned. He demands mirth, silliness, and restrained debauchery all round. Wallace will do a hero turn as death. Imagine! I'll bring the script to the theatre. You can be on your way. No doubt Carpenter's got you collecting piscine divas for the musical portion. The man rarely hires the proper talent. Some fish can sing, but not all.
Alright. I want whatever's in that. But I can make do with 4 small chests. Suits me just fine. Nice. So we're on 400 teeth already. And it was 475 or 500 for the others. So yeah, not bad. Not far off. Anyway, yes, as I was saying, Super Bomberman R looks like a great Bomberman game with like a fun single player, amazing multiplayer, of course, the most important thing. Really like nice, cute graphics. Really excited to be able to play more Bomberman again. Amazing to me that this system seller for a Nintendo Switch is a really small scale retro style of game. But it is. I'm not buying a Switch just to play Bomberman, but when I do eventually buy one, I will definitely be picking that up as one of the first games I get. So, I will end this episode here. Next time we will go after the next thing, which I think, yeah, it's the musical fish. You can see him, her, it floating around in the distance just there. We will do whatever we need to do for that in the next episode. Thank you very much for watching this episode of Alice. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you did enjoy it, do please press the like button. That does really help me, and I will see you next time. Take care, and goodbye.